What's going on, guys? JayeDeBlack here. Salute to everyone tuning in. I'm going to talk about this story that actually broke about 2 days ago. I waited. I did not initially speak on it because I wanted more facts to come out, because the initial reports only said that NFL edge rusher Jonathan Cooper was arrested. It said nothing about his girlfriend being arrested as well. It's almost like they tried to frame it as, he was being arrested for domestic violence only, when that was not the case. But now that more information has come out, I think he's been vindicated in this, because she was arrested because the cops didn't believe her story. This is a NFL football player. This man is 6'4", 257 pounds. And the way that she tried to frame as if he was throwing her around, grabbing her by the neck. But when the police looked at her so-called injuries, it did not match what she was saying. She was mad because apparently she thought he was cheating on her. But what we learned is that she did confront him over cheating, but he actually ate her phone. She threw his phone against the wall, and he took her phone and ate her phone. That's basically the gist of him as far as any type of aggression. And I'm telling you, I've said this before and I'll say it again. These athletes need to stop getting into serious relationships while they're playing. Now, he's 28 years old. So, he's been in the league for some couple of years, I believe since 2021. But these women got to understand that you are a pro football player. And you're getting with a pro football player who are not going to be monogamous. And if you think that this man is cheating, maybe you need to go date somebody else who's not a football player. Because, Jonathan Cooper has a lot to lose. He had a great season last year. The Denver Broncos that he plays for, the Denver Broncos as a whole had a great year as a defense. I think they had the best defense throughout the season, and he was a part of that. He can't be getting into it with his girlfriend. This is why he needs to just let this go, because this could only just happen again and again and again. When you have an insecure woman who has to go through your phone because she thinks you're cheating, then she doesn't need to be with you either. But does she want to let go of the lifestyle? The fact that this guy's probably going to get a big contract extension very, very soon if he doesn't already have one. And she don't want to leave that. You know what I'm saying? So, but if cheating is so horrible for you, then you don't need to be with this man, because it's clear that, and you don't understand the fact that you're with an NFL player. These guys are not going to be monogamous. I don't know why she thinks that she's different, because you're not. I mean, a lot of these pro athlete wives and girlfriends get cheated on all the time. And these women choose to be in relationships with them. So you're choosing to be in a relationship with a guy who's going to be getting attention from other women. And instead of you trying to go through his phone and try to confront him over this, maybe you need to leave. Maybe you just can't handle being in a relationship with this guy. Now, I don't know how long they've been dating, because I don't see any reports how long they've been dating. But they probably was dating for a little. He does have a child. I'm going to assume, I don't know. I'm going to assume it's with her. According to TMZ, Jonathan Cooper allegedly threw his girlfriend, lifted her by her neck, and punched a wall near her face during the dispute that led to their arrests. Now, again, he did all that, but both of them got arrested. See how that just don't make sense? With Jade Feigen sharing her side of Thursday night's incident in docs obtained by TMZ Sports. As we reported, Jade told police she threw Cooper's phone against the wall during an argument over alleged infidelity at the Denver Broncos star's residence. So she was the aggressor. She started the aggression. Remember that. She claimed that as she tried to leave the apartment, she took Cooper's phone and unlocked it to read messages he shared with other individuals, but he approached her and grabbed her by the neck with one hand and lifted her off her feet and up against the wall. In the arrest affidavit, Jaye claimed Cooper held her up in the air for around 1 minute. And during that time, he managed to get his phone back. She stated that he then let her go, but then picked her up and threw her on the ground 3 times. Listen, come on, man. Again, this is a 6'4", 257-pound outside linebacker. If he got his phone back, why would he then go and pick you up and slam you 3 more times? You would be in the hospital unless you have, bones of steel. I don't know how this guy could slam you 3 times and you just bounce right back up. Like, that just doesn't make any sense, man. She said Cooper proceeded to punch the wall next to her face, and she ran deeper into the apartment in fear that he continued to tell her to leave. So wait a minute. So he's telling you to leave his apartment and you're running deeper into the apartment? That doesn't make any sense. Ma'am, why didn't you just leave? He's telling you to leave and you're refusing to leave. Jaye said he grabbed her and tugged her towards the floor and told officers she was unable to get up. Jaye claimed Cooper told her to leave his home or he would break her phone. And that's when he put it in his mouth and damaged the device, which he admitted to officers. So they're basically saying he ate the phone or he destroyed the device by biting it, which is crazy. Which again shows me if he's slamming her all on the ground, she's gonna feel that. If this guy can break a phone or damage a phone with his teeth, him slamming you on the floor would definitely do damage. You would break a rib or, injure your arm or shoulder or something like that. She stated there were messages and voice notes from her late mother that were not replaceable on that cell, and Cooper was aware of that. Jaye said that she then got up and left the residence. You should have left the residence before all of this. He told you to leave, and you just ran deeper into the apartment. You should have left out the front door. He was telling you to leave. Now, again, the reason why I'm taking this stance is because she got arrested too, and the police did not believe her version of events. She told officers she did not lose consciousness at any point in the incident. This guy slammed her 3 times and she didn't lose consciousness not once. He held her in the air by her neck for like a minute and she didn't lose consciousness. And did not see spots which would have been consistent with being strangled, the report noted. The responding officer said they observed a small mark on Jade's neck where she said Cooper grabbed her, a cut on her hand and scratches on her arm, but noted the markings. Now listen to this. But noted the markings did not appear consistent with what Jaye alleged Cooper did to her. The heifer was lying. Oh, she was lying. He told you to leave and you refused to leave because you thought he was going to bring another woman over there. That's why I think she was refusing to leave. She thought he was going to bring another woman over there. He probably was telling her to leave, but she thought he was bringing another woman over there. So she was refusing to leave. Now, again, I don't condone any type of domestic violence, whether it's men putting hands on women or women putting their hands on men. But according to what it looks like, he did not put his hands on her. He did not assault her or beat her. As for Cooper, he told officers he held Jaye by her arms to get his phone back and later braced his neck against hers to prevent her from retrieving it again. Jaye was transported to a nearby hospital to get checked out by forensic nurse examiner and ultimately booked into jail for domestic violence and criminal mischief. So they took her to the hospital and didn't find anything, and she was arrested as well. He was also arrested for domestic violence and criminal mischief. Gentlemen, this is why I tell y'all, man, it's better to just be on your own. Don't be living with these chicks until your playing career is over. I know it's a huge sacrifice, but you're putting in a huge sacrifice. You're playing the sport that you love. You need to be focused. When you're with women who think that they're in a monogamous relationship with you, these situations are always going to happen. This is why you got to tell these women up front, this is not going to be a monogamous relationship. You do that, you stop all of this, any type of allegations about domestic violence, because she already knows you deal with other women. So this whole, he's cheating, he's talking, that's mute at that point, because you've already told her up front. Now, there are going to be women who aren't going to want that, but there are going to be women who do, because you're an NFL player and they understand that and they're willing to be on that program. But a lot of these guys don't got the heart to tell these women this. They don't have the heart to tell these women that they want a more open relationship, more so one way, right? So they tell these women what they want to hear, unfortunately. And then you get into situations like this where these women are going through your phone trying to figure out whether you're cheating or not. Gentlemen, get yourself out of these situations. It's just not worth it, especially if you have a lot to lose. This could have damaged his career, because the initial reports were making it seem like he was the only one arrested for domestic violence. And that went on for like a whole day. And then we found out that his girlfriend was arrested as well, because she's probably crazy herself, right? People think that, Jonathan Cooper's crazy for biting that phone. I think she might be crazy herself, crazy too. The man told you to leave and you refused to leave because you think other women are going to come over there. That's why you didn't want to leave. If this man is telling you to leave, you need to leave. Why are you continuing to stay in the apartment? And only for you to get arrested and the cops look at your injury and say, you know what you're saying makes no sense. And it made no sense because she was embarrassed. Because she's acting out, knowing full well what she's saying is a lie, but she thinks that because, she's a Caucasian woman, she can get away with it. That's why you brothers got to be careful. You brothers got to be careful, man, because these women will get you caught up and you have a lot to lose. So let me know in the comment section, rolling me thoughts, like video, share. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Check out all the other videos on the channel. You should see them on the screen. And in the comment section, I'll have a video pinned in the comment section of my latest video. Y'all go and check it out. All right.